Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what's up? My name is vianney.strick. Thank you so much for being here. As you can see by the title, today we're actually doing a part 2 of a very popular video slash series of mine. I like to do the best and the worst of a drugstore makeup category. So the last time I did a best and worst drugstore cream blushes, that was so hard for me to say. So many blushes came out. It became more popularized and there's like just more cream blushes now. So I decided to make a part 2 just because there's a lot of them that I love so much that I actually didn't get to talk about in that video. But I will say I talked about so many. I think with these 2 videos I covered 99% of them. So if you don't find the one that you're looking for in this video, go watch the other video. I will put it right here and down below if you guys just want to see my review on like every drugstore cream blush. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to join my squad. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so let's get started. Just like the other video, I'm going to be showing you guys a close-up of the product, telling you guys the shade, the price, and I'm also going to show you a demo and let you guys know what I think about it. But I wanted to show you guys it on my bare skin so that you guys could also see how it looks, not just swatched. I will put swatches of all of them at the end of the video. So I'm not going to go in any specific order. I'm just going to start with the first one that I see, and it's this one right here. Let's get started. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Ulta Beauty. I did want to say when I'm talking about like drugstore makeup, I'm also just talking about affordable. So anything that I find in the drugstore section of Ulta, I'm also going to talk about. So I am including brands that maybe you wouldn't find at CVS, but you will find it at a drugstore price at Ulta, if that makes sense. So this is the Ulta Beauty Stay Cheeky Liquid Blush, and I have the shade Velvet Rose. So this one reminds me, like the packaging and the formula reminds me a lot of the Flower Beauty ones. This is going to be a very liquidy, sheer flush of color. It does come out looking very pigmented at first, but as you can see, once you start blending it out, it actually becomes very, very diffused. It does have coconut oil and shea butter. It is buildable, but it's supposed to be more like a second skin blush. So it's going to be like a very, very lightweight formula. And it's also going to have a little bit of a dewy finish and a little bit of shimmer. And then this does retail for $12. If you like the Flower Beauty one, this is essentially the same thing. So if you're just looking for different shades, then this is a good way to go about it. Me personally, I prefer something a little bit more, not heavy, but just more like it packs more of a punch. If you're more of like a natural makeup wearer, or especially if you like wearing makeup on your bare skin and you want it to look very natural, this would be a good one because it is so liquidy and you have to blend it up a lot. I don't necessarily like to use a lot of these blushes on foundation just because, again, so liquidy, and then you have to go in with a couple layers to really build it up. But I do think if you just like a more natural look with a little bit of dew, very, very natural skin-like finish with some shimmer, then I do think you would like it. It's a 12 bucks, and they do have a couple different shades. Alrighty, moving on, let's talk about some Milani. So this is the Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Blush. I do have it in the shade 110 Nude Kiss. This is going to retail for $9.99, and it's supposed to be a Flush from Within glow. This is going to be a balm to gel formula, and it's going to give you like a luminous finish. It is pretty lightweight and buildable. It is pretty dewy as well. If you're interested, it is vegan and cruelty-free, and it does contain ingredients like pomegranate, rose extract, watermelon, and antioxidants like vitamin A, C, and E to hydrate and brighten. I do really like this. Again, it's very, very dewy, very balm to gel formula. So I do like it, but I do prefer something less dewy. Again, just personal preference. But if you're looking for a buildable, creamy, dewy, balmy type of blush, I really like this. I actually like another one that's very similar better, and I'll show you guys that one next. But if you don't want like that much of a punch of color, if you prefer it to be buildable, then I do think you're gonna like this. I do like the packaging. It's nice and sleek, and I do have really pretty shades. It's affordable, and this is gonna look even prettier on like minimal makeup because it's going to give you that dewy look. If you want it a little bit more pigmented, it doesn't have to be as buildable because it's more pigmented and it dries down less dewy, then I would go ahead and use this one. So this is going to be the Florence by Mills Cheek Me Later Cream Blush. This is in the shade Stellar Sabrina. So this is going to be a very pigmented, creamy, and blendable formula. It dries down to more of like a powder finish. To me, it's more like a satin. And on the website, it says that the secret ingredient to this is kaolin clay, which is an oil-absorbing mineral that's supposed to flush some staying power on your face. I really like this because it's still giving you that like creamy vibe and easy and blendable formula, kind of like the Milani, but this one is just, it dries down way more, and for me personally, I just prefer something that dries down more to like a powder finish, but it's just as creamy as this one. So you are gonna use less product because it is more pigmented, but it's gonna blend out just as beautiful as this one. Again, the Florence by Mills is just quicker to get to that very vibrant blush. But if you just like something more natural, get the Milani. It's $14. I got it at Ulta for about $6 on sale. Now, this is what I'm here for, guys, because not only to give you recommendations, but I want to give you guys like awesome alternatives. If you love a more sheer, balmy blush, but you also love a very pigmented blush like this one, I have another product that's actually cheaper than this one, and it's kind of like both combined. Let me show you guys. This is gonna look really old, and that's because I've had it for a long time, but Undone Beauty is finally in Ulta stores, and I wanted to show you guys this product that I actually think is really cool. So this is going to be the Undone Beauty Lip to Cheek palette, and I have the shade Berry. Now the cool thing about this is that it's actually 3 separate lip and cheek products. So it's 3 radiant formulas, one is sheer, one's medium, and one's insanely opaque, and they're all dewy, by the way. For the sake of the video, I did mix them all just to show you guys what it looks like. It is made with natural coconut extract to help evenly hydrate and added glow. And the cool thing about this is that, like I said, you can go in with the sheerest part, and it actually reminds me a lot of the Milani one, or you can go in with the top part, which is a lot more creamy, a lot more pigmented, and it reminds me a lot of the Florence by Mills one. So you can customize. I know that the rows are a little bit small, but if you are doing it with your fingers, you can easily customize the kind of opacity that you want. And if you are doing it with a brush, I would just mix them all together and get like a happy medium. The cool thing about this is that this is actually going to only be $12. So this is cheaper than the Florence by Mills one, and you kind of get the same effect in one of the rows. So if you're looking for an all-in-one product under $15, I would get this one. They do have obviously different shades. If you are only looking for one specific one, then maybe look into these. Let's move along to just an OG. I didn't get to talk about this in my last video because it wasn't out yet, but let me talk to you guys really quickly about the E.L.F. Putty Blush. So again, this is the E.L.F. Putty Blush. The one I'm applying on my skin today is in the shade Bali, which is perfect for the fall. This is going to be a highly pigmented, creamy formula. It is going to melt into the skin with a natural glow. It's not dewy or matte, but it's just like a very nice natural finish. It is super lightweight and very buildable. It does transform from cream to a semi-matte finish. Also, it does have argan oil and vitamin E to help nourish and moisturize the skin. I love this blush line. All the blushes that I've tried, I really enjoyed from this line. The cool thing about these blushes is that they honestly go so well over powder. I'm the kind of girl that I will put on blush, even if it's cream, over powder. I don't have time to be like, cream, 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 powder, 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 setting spray, cream. Like, I just do my makeup, and I like to apply cream blushes over powder. I just don't care. So when I find products that don't disturb anything, I love them even more. This is definitely one of them because it does dry down semi-matte, so it does go on creamy and blendable, but it does dry down evenly with like your skin. It's so beautiful. It is buildable, but it doesn't pick up any of like your foundation. I really like these. They're very long wearing, and these are only $6. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know about these blushes, but I did want to put this in the video because these are some of my staple cream blushes. because to me, it's like the best of all worlds. It's creamy, but it's not like greasy or too dewy. It's cream, but it dries down to a semi-matte. It is pigmented, but it's also buildable and it's long lasting, and it's $6. So I really love that about it. Okay, moving on to Colourpop. I'm actually wearing this blush right now. I did tap a little bit of powder blush over it. Again, this is the Colourpop Blush STIX. I did get the shade 25/8. This is gonna be $9, and this is gonna be a very buildable, lightweight, skin-like finish with more of a dewy, glowy finish. They do have a couple different shades, and this one that I picked is more of like a corally pinky shade. I actually really like this. On bare skin, I will just put it on the skin and blend it out. When I am wearing makeup, I like to put it on a brush and blend it out with the brush. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I am using a rotation of 3 brushes when I'm showing the demo, but I am cleaning them in between, so I'm not really mixing the blushes, just letting you guys know. This one's really pretty because this is more of a glowy blush, but it doesn't disturb any of the foundation, and it's not greasy. It's nice and dewy, but not greasy. I do like it that it comes on a stick form because, like I said, when you're trying to be quick, you can just apply it, but in this case, I like to just put it on like this. This is honestly really pretty. I mean, it's just a stick cream blush, so it's easy to use, it's buildable, and it's glowy. It kind of reminds me of the E.L.F. Putty Blush formula, just a little bit more glowy. So if you like this formula, you just need more dew, then you might really like this one. And like I said, it also comes in a stick. Okay, let's talk about Morphe 2. This one's actually a newer find, but I actually really love it. This is gonna be for people with more oily skin. So this is the Morphe 2 Wonder Tint Cheek and Lip Mousse. I got the shade Amaze. This is going to be $12. So this is going to be a mousse. So this is more of a velvety semi-matte finish. What I like about it is that even though it's more of a semi-matte finish, it still lets like your glow from within come out. It doesn't like mattify your cheeks. I've noticed that when I do wear this, it doesn't add the glow, but it doesn't hide the glow either. The only thing I will say, because it is a mousse, if you are using a brush like I am, I would make sure that you're really buffing it in, because since it is a mousse, it can kind of get a little piecey, if that makes sense. So if you want to be more delicate on your makeup, then make sure that when you grab some on the brush, you blend it out on the back of your hand first and then you apply it. If you don't mind buffing it in really nicely, then just go right ahead. And then also if you're just wearing it on like bare skin, it's super easy to blend out. Putting it on, like I know most of us do with our cream blushes, it is going to start getting like dotty because of the formula. But if you have been looking for a cream blush, but let's say you have more oily skin, or it kind of breaks apart your foundation, or you just sweat a lot, I would go for one of these just because it is a mousse formula. It's not going to be like greasy or dewy, and it's going to last a lot longer on your skin if you have more oily skin. But even if you have dry skin, this isn't drying. So I have normal to dry and I love it. All right, and we have one last product. I kind of saved my favorite for last, I'm not going to lie. If you watch my channel a lot, you know how much I love these blushes. These are actually from Pixi Beauty. We're going to be talking about this one today, but just wanted to show you guys another shade. So this is called the Pixi On The Glow Blush Tinted Moisture Stick. This is going to be $18, and this is like a hydrating solid blush, or of course you can use it on your lips. It is vitamin packed for antioxidant benefits. This is going to be very pigmented, so I do think that if you're looking for a blush and you have a lot darker skin, this is going to be awesome for you. Even if you have lighter skin or medium like me, it's also good because it is pigmented, but it's super blendable. So even if you do get a lot on your skin, you can buff it out. But if you need to pack the punch, this is it. I know that this is $18, but I will say I've been using this for months and months. Ever since it came out, I got it in PR, and I've been using this almost every single day. And as you can see, it still hasn't even gone down. Like once you actually go down, you can start to kind of bring it back up, kind of like a deodorant. For as much as I use it, I'm kind of shook at how much product it actually hasn't gone down. This is called On The Glow Blush because it is dewy, but what I like about it is that even though it's dewy, it doesn't disturb any other product. I love using this as a base under powder blush. I love using it by itself. And the coolest thing about this, the reason why I think this is worth it is A, because it's so pigmented that it lasts such a long time. It does come with 19 grams of product, and this has got to be one of the most long-wearing cream blushes that I have. And the reason why I started using this like consistently is because I noticed that when I started using this as a base under my powder blushes, they would last all day long. And I know that for blush wearers, like, blush is like the first thing to go, which is so annoying because it's like my favorite part. But if you use this by itself or under powder blush, it's like bulletproof. It doesn't go anywhere. I know that it's glowy, so I don't know how it would go for like oily skin, but I think that if you just use it and set it with a powder or with a blush powder, I think you would really like it because of the longevity and the pigmentation. It's so good. I love it. I know it's $18, but this will last you a really long time, so I do think it's worth the money. Okay guys, and like in every video, I kind of like to give you guys a quick summary. This might be a little redundant for some of you guys, but a lot of you guys tell me that you really like my summaries at the end of videos. So if you want a balmy, dewy, lightweight, and light formula that isn't that pigmented to give you that natural, dewy look, get the Milani one. If you like a creamy, more pigmented blush that's going to be a little bit more semi-matte, but it's still nice and creamy, then get the Florence by Mills. If you like to have options, you like dew, but you also like semi-matte, but you also like it all at the same time, get the Undone Beauty. This is so good, and it has options. If you like a more liquidy, very sheer, dewy, and shimmery blush, then get the Ulta Beauty one. If you like more of a cream to powder finish, natural, not dewy, not matte, but natural and buildable and last all day, and you don't want to spend that much money, get the E.L.F one because it's $6. If you just prefer a stick, if you prefer a stick of a blush that's nice and dewy, then get the Colourpop one. And if you just want the most pigmented, most long-wearing, glowy blush, and you're willing to spend $18, then get this one. That is the end of the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. I also have videos about the best and worst drugstore foundations, the best and worst cream bronzers, best and worst concealers. I actually have a playlist, I believe. So all those videos I will link down below, and just make sure you guys go watch those. And yeah, if I missed any blushes from the drugstore with this video and the other video, comment them down below if you guys want to see them in a future video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you found this video helpful. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!